Is it weird that I haven't seen this film, like, ever before until now? I watched it tonight. I watched it tonight. I watched it tonight. I watched it tonight. Watch it tonight. Alright, well, Re-Animator was released in 1985 and was given the Arrow Video treatment in 2018, and as I said already, this is the first time I watched this film. Too late in the game, for sure. This is one of the best horror comedy zombie treatments that I've ever seen a film be given, and it's brutal, but it is absolutely comical to the perfect extent. I can't give this film enough praise for the star of the film. Let me look up his name. Well, it's an H.P. Lovecraft story, but Jeffrey Combs. I always blank on names. I'm a terrible person for blanking on names, but Jeffrey Combs as the star playing Henry, I'm blanking on his last name again. Not even Henry, Herbert. Herbert West is the star of the show, and then his colleague, Daniel Kane, is the second star of the show, and basically they're in university for medical science, pretty much, and Herbert is a crazy person, pretty much, and he is pretty much obsessed with raising the dead. And any chance he gets, he uses this neon green serum that is very famous for this film. Like, if you've seen the previews and whatnot, you know that this guy is using this weird green neon serum to reanimate the dead, and shit goes bonkers from there. So pretty much you get both of them are living together, and Herbert is, like I said, super obsessed with reanimating the dead, and he at one point reanimates a cat who has died, and then there's one point where he ends up his professor ends up dying, and then he ends up reanimating him, and then the best scene, or the best part of the film, is in the third act, where he decapitates a guy, and this guy is still alive, like his body outside of his head is still walking around, and he's carrying around his head, and his head can see everything that's going on. This film is bonkers, and I'm so glad that I watched it when I did. I wish I had watched it sooner, because it's one of the best horror comedies that I could imagine even existing. So I'm so glad that I caught it when I did. But man, this was a good one. I give this one 92 out of 100. Why out of 100? Because I hate decimals, and because I like to rate films out of 100. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I also like how the film ends with Meg, ending up dying, and Daniel, Daniel Kane, kind of taking on the side of Herbert and his insaneness, and him wanting to revive his girlfriend, because I can only imagine how much you would miss somebody that you're so passionate about and close to, that, you know, any chance you get with being able to revive somebody like that, like, obviously it's pretty understandable that somebody would try to do that. And he finds the serum, and he finds the 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 antidote that could revive people that Herbert was using this whole time, and he tries it for himself on Megan. And it's I like how it ends abruptly like that, and you don't really know like what happens afterwards. And those are the kind of endings that I usually am for. Is the endings that don't explain much. It just shows you, you know, like it'll show something happening, and then it'll just end abruptly, and you kind of have to guess on, you know, what happens afterwards. I'm more for those endings. They're not for everybody, but for a kooky film like this, I think it did its job well, and I think it delivered what it wanted to do, and Jeffrey Combs like nailed the role. Obviously, you can tell why he's so praised for his role in this film, because he's such a maniac. He really is. And but he's a kooky maniac. Like, he's the kind of maniac that you're like, you know that he's crazy, but you also laugh with him, kind of thing. Like, not at him necessarily, but with him, because he's so crazy. Like, he's he's the kooky crazy person. And for a horror comedy, that works really, really well. So that's basically what I got on Re-Animator. I liked it. I loved it. Again, 92 out of 100. Why out of 100? Because I hate decimals. Subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice, or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more. This is 31 Days of October. And I'll be back for some more reviews. So until next time, cheers.